Hi, hi. So if you're in the mood for a little bit of a, I don't want to say lecture, because who wants to listen to a lecture, because I'm not lecturing, but I just want to share some insight with you and let my hindsight be your foresight. I love you guys. And I feel like I've been asleep for a really long time. And, trouble. And not asleep as in snooze, but unaware of a lot of things. The one thing I do know for sure is that I believe there are no coincidences. And I believe that everything happens for a reason. And sometimes, a lot of the time, whether things are good or bad, maybe we choose not to see them as coincidence or synchronicities or what have you. But it's like throwing a stone into the water. And when the stone hits the water, it makes ripples. Whether you're skipping it, whether you're kerplunking it, whether you're doing anything, it's an effect. It's cause and effect. And I just want to say to my little one, who's not so little, I want to see you smile again. I want to see you happy and alive and excited. And excited about something in your life that is happening for good because you want it to, something that you've worked for, a goal that you've got, a dream that you have. And I want you to go deep inside and think about what that goal is. Because I've struggled for 50 years knowing that I swear I have a profound destiny. I believe it's big. I believe it's gigantic. Because I want to save the world. Starting with my family first. You know, I wanted to be a nurse so badly. And although I wasn't allowed to when I was young, my parents were not accepting of being a surprise dad. But I wasn't supported. And that really affected my entire life. And then when I finally did have the opportunity to go to nursing school, although I have almost a perfect 4.0, I couldn't finish because I couldn't wrap my head around the numbers. It just didn't work. And it wasn't for a lack of trying. I did tons of tutoring and tons of extra help and tons of hours on the phone with my mother. My mother used to come down and stay in a hotel, and we would spend hours together. Her father taught her math so she could pass when she went to college at 50 or so. And she was like, I don't know, summa cum laude or whatever they call them, and wherever she went. But I just couldn't retain the information. And everything else, I think it was a 3.0 9.7 I had. And honestly, I took the first, I think it was like, I don't even know. Whatever the first and second math courses were, I took them like 3 times. And the professors just were like, just, you're passed, But I couldn't continue because I couldn't go higher and it just didn't help, I guess my point is, I will support a decision for anything except nothing. I can't, your mother is too nice and too permissive. And I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I want you to do more. I want you to do more because you want to. I don't want you to want to stay inside. Like, I want to stay inside and not leave the house sometimes. I want you to dig deep, little one. Dig deep. And my big one, I want the same for you. My goodness, you're so musically talented. You play the guitar, the keyboard, the drums. You're learning how to speak Mandarin. For God's sake. You cook. You don't clean, but that's okay. You're smart. You're intelligent. You guys have got it going on. You've got my genes and your mother's. I just want you to want more. I want you to want more for yourself. I was sharing with my little one today about meditation. And, before we get there have been a lot of things, substances, what have you, involved in my life, addictions, what have you. And it's affected our family. And you can't rewind, You can't stop the clock, go back, Doesn't matter if the bases are loaded. Doesn't matter. But we are where we are. And we're again in the same state, almost the same city, but same state. And your mother and I have worked so hard to do that. I don't know. I want you to know how much potential you have. But you know something? If you don't use it, it doesn't matter. If you don't use it, it goes to waste. So speaking about things happening for a reason, I believe that the things that have gone on in my life, whether you take them as fact or fiction, which is why I've stopped discussing it with you guys, because you're not my friends, you're my children. I just want you to know that I never thought you were my friends. And I wasn't trying to treat you like friends. I was trying to treat you like people. And honesty to me, and emotions, and authenticity, that word, Authenticity is important. And I didn't mean to overburden. And I just don't have a lot of people in my life. And so when I have you guys on the phone when I was out of state, and you would ask me what's going on, I would tell you what was going on, and then didn't realize the kind of consequences that it was taking. Not consequences, but I guess consequences. But the predicament, I guess, as well, it was putting you guys in, because now it's the kids worrying about the parent, not the parent worrying about the kids. And that's not how it should be. And I'm glad I came to that realization that it had to stop on my own. And I'm sorry it took as long as it did. And I can tell you that the relationships have improved so much after I stopped being so brutally honest about things with you. But I want you to know why also. And I think you do, because I couldn't talk to my parents. My mom, but she was too wishy-washy, and she did too much for me. And by doing too much for me, she did a lot that was not good for me. Because I think if I would have been in this position 30 years ago, I would have been fucking 30 years younger, if that makes sense. Like waking up and smelling the coffee with no espresso. I just don't know how to light a fire under your ass. I don't know how to do it. I don't, because I want to push, but I don't want to push. But I have to push. But how? Because if I keep hassling and hounding, so what are you thinking? What do you want to do? Blah, blah, blah. I don't like your answers. So does that make me a shit parent? I don't like that choice. I don't like the choice. No. Because I believe the choices could be better suited for you. Both. For a million reasons. And if this is going to create a war, now this is why I wanted so bad to make this also positive. And now I'm not even sure if I can put this video on there. I don't know now. Because I'm not trying to dog you, and I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I'm trying to tell you what to do, right? Does that make me a hypocrite? I just know that when I stay in the house and I'm depressed and I stay in my bed, that's exactly how I feel. But when I get out and I do things and I'm around other people, I feel better. 12-step isn't necessarily just for addictions. You can use 12-step for anything. And there was a slogan, HALT, in 12-step. And it's an acronym. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. When you're hungry, when you're angry, when you're lonely, and when you're tired, you should stop what you're doing and eat. Try to do something to make you happier. Talk to somebody. Maybe take a nap. If you fix those things, if you're no longer hungry, and you're no longer angry, and you're no longer lonely, and you're no longer tired, you're happy. So I'm not putting you down. And I'm not trying to live your life. But you can be, like, honestly, not for nothing. Both of you. Actually, it's not my place to say. But you both have talent and opportunities, and I don't want you to sell yourselves short. And when things are too easy, and you're let kind of to slide, it's not doing you any favors. And I wouldn't be a good parent if I allowed myself to not continue to say this over and over and over and over. I always wish that I had a parent like me, you know? And here I am, a parent like me, and it doesn't work. So I don't know what I can do to show you a better way of life. Because if we don't have what we need, we go out when we find it. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. And I'm doing the best that I can with what I have. And I am confident and I am ready. And a lot of it, I think, has to do with, honestly, just thinking positively. You know, just, you're not worried that you're not going to get the job. You're going to get the job. You're getting it. Like, I'm getting this job. I'm getting it. I'm going to get it. I got it already. You know, at least tell yourself that, you know. You never know, but it's better to be like, yes, it's going to work. I know it's going to work out. I know it's going to work out. I know it's going to work out. And then, you know something? If it doesn't, the next one will. But just keep thinking positively, and it makes your engine go faster. You know, the positive repetition over and over and over, so much better than the glum, I don't know, and I'm worried, and blah, 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 because that's crap. It's like living on junk food. And pizza and breadsticks, mind you. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Fresh foods and vegetables. The processed shoot is crap. But listen, this is probably the only one I'm gonna watch first. Because I can't watch them. I hate the way I look on them. And sound, and I find all that's wrong with them. But I don't want to offend. So I'm gonna look at this one first. So if I post it, I stand by everything I say. But back to the ripple effect, just quickly. Good causes good, bad causes bad. You know? I just wish I had the support that I have to offer when I was young, that you have in your mid-20s. I love you guys. You too there, Belle. And Patricia, I hope that everything goes well. And bye.